Japanese guy, and there's not much dialogue right now that we want you to do. But he couldn't quite understand what he's supposed to do in this audition. So he kind of did it, left, and thought, you know what, I blew this whole thing. He goes back to his agent. She's asking him how it went, and he's I blew it, and here, have a beer. Then they get this
Don't sweat it, Tiger Blood.
Yeah. He gets this phone call, and guess what? He goes, how soon can you start learning karate? Well, it was Karate Kid, but his dad said, look, you've already made a verbal or an agreement to these people.
You gotta honor it. Yeah.
And, obviously he had to sit and watch this whole thing become a phenomenon.
Right. Because this movie probably didn't do diddly.
I can't remember this first thing.
Oh, man. It was not Karate Kid.
No, it wasn't a Karate Kid,
wow.
right? Since you're on movies. Scariest Halloween movie, or what you can remember as a kid?
My dad was pretty religious.
Okay.
I mean, he wasn't like super religious, but he was also like a businessman. So kind of like everything had to be sort of like an investment of your time. And
interesting.
So it was kind of like, well, what are you really going to get from that? I don't know. Freaking slasher film, Dad. I'm gonna get like poor sleep. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna be like 15 years old,
right,
with like the fear that I'm about to die.
Well, yeah.
What about you?
Well, I had a little bit of a different experience, and I should have seen this coming along. But I mean, I went to a full-blown Catholic school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, full-on uniforms all through my career.
Right.
I call it the career.
The career.
From kindergarten to 8th grade. It's the salt and pepper pants, black shoes, blue and white checkered shirt.
All things that Jesus wore.
All things that Jesus wore. My mom, she held myself and my brother back a year before we started kindergarten.
Right.
So when I graduated out of high school, I was 18. So I could walk into the office because I was an adult.
Right.
And I would sit there and write myself a note that I'm out for the day and hand it to them. They go, okay, great. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And people were saying, why are you not doing this every day? I mean, my God, you could be cutting every day. People were so jealous. And I'm going, all you guys are here. What am I going to do? What? I'm going to stand out here in the corner all day up by myself?
Right, with who? Yeah.
But it was kind of cool. Anyways.
Right.
I can't remember where I was going. Okay. So I'm 13. I'm in the 7th grade. My mom, I think my dad was out of town. My mom was like, why don't you come? I'm going to go see a movie tonight at the theater. You can come with. It's kind of like, it'll be fun. It's kind of spooky. And I go, okay. Yeah. And I go, okay. Little did I know I'm going to see The Exorcist.
Yep.
Had no idea.
Because the power of Christ compels you.
Yeah. And so I'm watching this thing and I'm going, nothing too spooky about this thing, right off the bat, you know? And then the mother is having like this dinner party or something, and this gal comes down and like pees on the floor, and I'm going, something's going on here.
Right.
And then before you know
it's not spooky, but it's kind of weird.
Then before you know it, she's like head spinning around, the friggin'
vomiting everywhere.
I'm just like, I'm a Catholic kid. I'm convinced that the minute I go to sleep tonight, devil's going to come in and
get you.
Oh yeah. I got a little baby fat on me. Like,
you're tasty.
I look like a juicy seal from Great White. That's what I look like to the devil. You know what? He's got just the right amount of fat on him. I'm just gonna chew this guy up. I was ruined.
Oh, man.
My mom did that to me. How can you do that?
And she didn't see it first. She didn't go see it and go like, you know what? This will really make him wet the bed. I'm gonna take this kid. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh my God. You said we saw the wax bottles?
Yeah.
That's number 4 on the most hated Halloween candies in the United States.
Okay, that's what. Let's get
wax bottles.
Okay, so wax.
I'm surprised they're even made, let alone made in a quantity where they would be the 4th most hated candy in America.
Okay.
Third most hated candy in America. Circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts.
They were those weird, like marshmallow blobby things. You Google that. You'll recognize those ugly ass things when you see them. That's number 3. Number 2, the second most hated Halloween candy in the United States.
Oh, I see them. Yeah.
Peanut butter kisses. Gross.
Peanut butter kisses.
Never even heard of it.
Don't tell me number 1. Let me look up peanut butter. Peanut. Help me.
Yeah, I don't know about the peanut butter. I'll tell you what number 1 is. Are you ready?
No, I mean.
You're going to guess?
No, okay. So, but see, peanut butter kisses, that's like the kisses that are wrapped,
Okay, I've seen those damn things. Those are the little taffies that are wrapped in orange wax paper or black wax paper.
Right.
And you're never going to eat those things.
But one of the things that wasn't even mentioned here, what about the candy corn? That's not the number one hated.
Number one hated candy in America.
No, candy
corn.
Wow.
I know.
Number one.
Right.
Wow.
Apparently number one hated candy.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that by rating these hated candies is if you get home, you get your trick or treat bag, you dump it out on the thing.
Yeah.
What are the ones you just like scooping aside? And
definitely the first ones that are going to hit the curb are the Smarties.
Smarties are number 5.
Well, I know they're number 5, but in my thing, the candy corn thing, you can only eat so many of those, it seems.
Yeah. Anything more than 0 bugs me.
Anything more than 0?
Been eating 0 of them.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, you can start now and an hour from now, keep piling Snickers down.
Oh, yeah.
How many of those you had? Oh, the bag's gone. Oh,
right.
Especially when you get the Halloween ones. Those are dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Because they're just tiny ones. They don't even count.
But after a couple handfuls of the candy corn.
Yeah. I'm going to try some of these weird ass Boston baked beans thing.
Yeah, give me one. I just want to. I want to remind. Okay, there you go.
Wow, they're biggish.
These are bigger than
picture.
What? Oh yeah,
the picture is a little disarming.
Yeah, that's them. But
yeah,
these are different. They look weird.
Yeah, this is not a good idea. I don't think these ones. Not a big fan.
That tasted like a vitamin had a long night with a piece of chocolate. Yeah, they got together and they spent a night in Boston and
wicked smart,
and their kid came out, this little beanie guy, and so they decided to call him a Boston baked bean.
Yeah, I like that guy. Here's the most popular Halloween candies by U.S. kids 1 to 17. So if you want to know what you're going to get and make the trick-or-treaters happy, this is where we got.
All right.
Number 10. Jolly Ranchers.
Well, we got them.
We got Jolly Ranchers. Number 9.
Okay.
Sour Patch Kids.
Do we have Sour Patches in here?
Mm-hmm. Number 8. Starburst.
Oh, yeah. They're not here. But
Number 7. Twix. Love those.
Oh, damn.
Number 6. Skittles.
I like Skittles.
Number 5. M&M's.
Well, we don't have them here.
Number 4. The Snickers. I ate it.
Yep.
Number 3. The Kit Kat.
Again?
No, Twix is different from Kit Kat.
Oh, it is.
But it's a similar kind of thing, but they seem like they're related.
Okay.
Number 2. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Dang.
And the number 1 most popular Halloween candy with U.S. kids 1 to 17. I don't know how they're asking a 1-year-old. Who's giving all this candy to a 1-year-old?
Yeah,
Anyway.
Who's out there doing it?
Number 1, the Hershey bar. It's so simple.
Yeah, it is. It's like, it's a block of chocolate. Don't make it complicated.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. But that block of chocolate, it's not too mellow.
Yeah.
It's not a dark adult
milk chocolate. It's a milk swag chocolate.
It's a milk swag, it's like a.
And how iconic is that packaging? You can see it in your head, right? The brown package with silver lettering and it just says Hershey's really big. It fills almost the entire face, right? Yeah.
But the thing is, like, to make any of these things a little bit more relevant and a little bit more exciting, just like what we saw earlier with Snickers, is you just take part of your iconic brand mark,
supergraph that,
and you make that into a super graphic, and all of a sudden it becomes it becomes fun. It does.
$100,000 could use a dollar bill sign. Boom. Pez. Pez is already epic, but they could literally reduce to just the big P in the candy blocks.
They could become the Nike swoosh, the McDonald's M, the Target, just the thing without the thing. But yeah, they could actually just do that and it'd be cool. But in all the candy bars, and here's where it gets adult. This $100,000 bar that turned into $100,000.
Yeah.
It's got product imagery on the thing. It's kind of like, do you really,
Yeah, it's like, and the baked beans do that too. It's just,
they do that.
Stupid.
Anyways, it's just, I don't know. It's lame.
Yeah.
What am I looking up? Hershey's.
Yeah. Hershey, Pennsylvania. Whole town smells like chocolate. The street lights in Hershey, Pennsylvania look like the Hershey's Kisses. Now talk about iconic packaging. The silver foil drop with the little wispy paper flag sticking out the end.
Yep.
I mean, that is about as iconic as you get. Yeah, look at that. Those Hershey bars, iconic. Big brown wrapper with the big silver Hershey's fills the whole thing. They're like,
oh yeah, it's a big block of sans serif font.
Gorgeous. It just works. It looks like a piece of a car or something. Like, it's awesome.
It's a condensed block serif, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, and maybe this is one of the things like down the road, what I should do is like take this and do my interpretation of this and then put it on whatever links we're going to do, share it with our audience.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things, you know what I'd do with that? The first people, take the HER or something like that, right?
I think you go with the weird apostrophe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I would do the Y''S.
Yeah.
And just make that big and people would get it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's in the same color and the stuff, you would go,
it's so
you would
weird
recognize.
and iconic. There's no apostrophe on any of this stuff.
You would recognize that, I think, immediately.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun. You would take the HER, big block lettering, super graphics on with the silver and the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd print a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
Take the SHNE, like she, super graphic, print a bunch of those, and then take the Y''S and put those out. And it's the same candy bar, but now all of a sudden you
got three kind of options.
People are collecting this stuff. Oh, I got the this, I got the that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think you could totally do that.
Yeah. So what about
just keep the colors the same?
Iconic costume that you remember? I had a couple. One of them was a costume that I had when I was in college, and I had purchased this Superman costume.
Okay.
Another friend of mine, he didn't even dress up, but we're going to go out and we're going to go hit some bars. Maybe we lived a few miles away, so we drove to this parking lot across the street from one of the bars.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting out at the side of my truck. This car pulled up next to me, and this woman was getting out. So I waited till she got out, and her boyfriend or whatever that was getting out, or her friend, was a guy. He got out of the driver's seat and he got out. He's dressed as Clark Kent, but he had his shirt that was kind of open to where you could see the S, like he was ripping it off of his thing. And his tie had wire in it, so it looked like it was blowing in the wind.
Nice.
And so I get out of my car and I'm fully caped from head to toe Superman. And we're like, I just had this epiphany. There's a phone booth right where we're parked. And I'm going, oh, dude, I'll get down in the phone booth and you run out in the middle of the street, because there's this whole line of people trying to get in this bar.
Okay.
So basically what happened, I went into this phone booth.
Right.
So I was ducked down so no one could see me.
Nice.
The woman walks across the street and she started screaming like, help me, help me. And all these people are like looking around and who can help me? And the guy comes running down the street. He goes, I'll be there in a second, man. Or something. He runs into the telephone booth. He pops down and I pop out.
Oh my God.
And she's laid down in the street and I picked her up and stuff. Well, the bouncer guys just cleared the way and they just said, you're in.
They're like, you're the party.
It was awesome.
Oh, you know what else? You had a shot of the Big League Chew.
Oh yeah, it's here.
Oh, you didn't dump everybody out?
No.
Oh.
Well, most of it's like.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. The Big League Chew. So that was totally a packaging thing.
Oh, yeah.
So basically they took bubble gum and they shredded it.
Yep.
And then they put it in a pouch like it was chewing tobacco. See, we grew up in the age where tobacco and smoking and chewing tobacco, all these products were fetishized as candy for children.
Yeah. It's like until you can handle it to become an adult, here you can start on this because.
Right. Practice with your chewing tobacco, but with chewing gum.
Yeah. When I was 19, for a whole summer, I desperately tried. I worked my butt off trying to chew that stuff because it was cool. So cool, but it was disgusting. That
there's a thin line between cool and disgusting.
You end up swallowing it.
Ew.
And that it starts to make you not feel so good. Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
Celebrating 40 years of bubblegum, fun for everyone. That's a fun way of saying, like, celebrating 40 years of fetishizing tobacco use for small children.
Well, there you go.
You know, I just realized the cool thing about the candy cigarettes.
Yeah.
If you twirl the end around it into your mouth, if you twirl the end around in your mouth long enough, it gets pointy and it looks like a joint.
Oh yeah.
Now,
there you go.
So that is how you revive the candy cigarette.
Yes.
Is you literally make them into candy joints.
There you go.
This has been super fun going down this sugary candy coated lane with you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to go to the dentist. It's been fun. It's been real. Join us on another episode of
Clean Up on Aisle 9.